Oh, lore.
I mean, can I hear about the Viridian killer, please? All right. Well,
I'm sure it will be revealed to us in time.
I think we should either go to Le Halles or the Tuileries.
Let's go to Le Halles.
Okay, that's where we'll go.
Yeah.
Le Halles, huh? Let me guess. You have a weapons supplier here around here. Somewhere around here. Or maybe this is where you plan on meeting an informant. A government defector? It is as good a meeting spot as any. Actually, I am here for groceries. There's no need for that look. You think that just because I'm a gun-toting rebel, I don't need to buy food? Oh, it's her! Well, if this isn't Sultan and Little Gumbad, you're glowing every time I see you.
You were Sultan.
Yes. Yeah. Ma'am, you have to hear this. Something big went down here yesterday.
A policeman. A nasty, ugly policeman.
Let me guess. He was bullying people into revealing secrets on the whereabouts of the revolutionaries. Well, that's how it started, ma'am. Same old bullying tactics. He was pushing around this old beggar rat who hangs around the market sometimes. But then, when the rat wasn't speaking up, the policeman drew his gun and shot him. The policeman shot the beggar? Just like that? Yep. But then the coward cop went and ran before we could turn on him. I find this difficult to believe. The policeman wouldn't openly shoot the beggar without just cause. Open your eyes, Falcon. This is the regime us Parisians live under. We are ignored by the government, oppressed by the police, and hanged by the courts. Why do you think I'm fighting so hard to make a change? We can't put up with this sort of bullying. No, this can't be right. Something has to be missing from Sultan's story. Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions, madame? Sure, ask away. Her accent has changed like 3 times over the course of this playthrough.
Because we go so long without seeing her that we forget what her accent was.
Yeah. Make it quick, Falcon. What did the policeman look like? What does this policeman look like? Well, I didn't get a good look, but...
He was tall and ugly and mean-looking and he had one eye.
One eye? Yep. He had one of them pirate patches. There's no way. Ring any bells, Falcon? I know a man who fits the description, but it simply couldn't be him. He's a better individual, but he's morally righteous. I can't imagine him shooting an innocent person so recklessly. Don't let your bias towards the justice system affect your judgment, Falcon. If you think you know who did this, then please, name and shame him. I think I should bite my tongue until I'm a little more certain. Did you want to know anything else, monsieur? Who was the rat? Just who was this bigger rat? I didn't really know him well, monsieur. None of us did. He was kind of a loner who hanged around, asking for scraps of food and cents. I don't even know his name. That's so sad. Did he have no family? No means of support? Falcon, do you have any idea how many beggars there are on the streets of Paris? How many people go hungry? How many people are forced to turn to crime? I am well aware, madame. I'm asking these questions to see if there was perhaps some reason why that particular rat was killed. But no, it appears that this was just the loss of one unnamed beggar rat among many. It's tragic. That it is, monsieur. Is there any other way I can help? If a policeman did shoot an innocent person, then there will surely be an investigation. Ha! Your naivete knows no bounds, Falcon. You think the police care if one of their own is under control? Actually, there was one bloke asking around, but I don't think he was a policeman. Oh, go on, madame. Well, he was this charming fox. Renard. A friend of yours, Falcon? Something like that. We should probably pay him a visit to see what he's up to. Pay him a visit? I suppose we could set aside a little time. Did you want something else? That's all, madame. Thank you for all your help. No problem. Anything to help Ma'am Beaumont. We'll try to get to the bottom of this, Sultan. Just make sure to stay safe when the revolution starts. Stay inside. Keep Gambade safe. Of course, ma'am. You stay safe yourself, you hear? Okay. So now...
Yeah, let's go see Renard.
Renard, yeah, I agree.
Visitors, Monsieur Lopez. Visitors.
Really, Falcon? What do you hope to accomplish in this sleazy back alley establishment? Sleazy? Madame, my back alley office is perhaps a little cluttered and eclectic, but I resent the accusation of sleaze. Maybe I should do the introductions. Monsieur Lopez, this is Madame Beaumont, a friend of mine. Madame, this is Renard Lopez, private investigator, at your service. It is a pleasure to meet you, madame. Ah, how stoic. I'm sure you have some pressing question to ask, Falcon. But before we get started, there is something I must tell you. Monsieur Spelson dropped by earlier. He informed me of your situation. Spelson? Is he all right? Oh, yes. He's now working with Inspector Volerti, attempting to unravel the rebel plot. Just as I thought, it appears that your lackey has solidified his position as a traitor to the Second Republic, Falcon. Perhaps, perhaps not. Spelson doesn't strike me as a person who sides with any ideology. But you know, he asked me the most peculiar question. Would you like to know what it was? Of course. Such information is quite valuable. It would cost, say, 30 francs?
What do we have in our wallet?
Are you fucking serious right now?
He's a sleazy fox. Of course, he always wants to be paid.
Honestly,
What's
I didn't think he was all that sleazy. But I mean, yeah, we got the money. We can pay it.
We got the money, and it's the last chapter.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can't take it to the grave with us.
I know how this works. Here's your money, monsieur. Very good. So, on to the question. Sparrowson asked if you were the Viridian killer. The one responsible for the random bombings during the July Revolution 18 years ago. Why on earth would he ask that? Perhaps the inspector had been telling him stories. So what did you tell him? The truth, of course. That is, that I have no idea who the Viridian killer is, but that I knew it couldn't possibly be Falcon. Oh? And how do you know that I am not the Viridian killer? Falcon, please. You're a semi-drunk, bumbling oaf, not a ruthless killer. Anyway, I've started my own investigation into the Viridian killer. It's fascinating stuff. Apparently, he was seen in multiple places at once, which leads some to believe that he was actually more than one person. Huh. And do you know why they call him, or should I say them, the Viridian Killer? Viridian is a greenish color, isn't it? No, I don't have a clue. Crimson Killer would be a much cooler name. It appears that no one knows the origins of the name, which leads me to suspect that he, or indeed they, chose their own name. This is all fascinating, truly fascinating, but perhaps we can return to the conversation of why we're here. Of course. Monsieur Lopez, we heard that you were investigating the murder at Le Havre. Also, just as a side note, this entire time I have suspected that Valerti is the Vertigan killer.
I'm wondering, yeah, because now that we
who
know
else
it's
is it
not
gonna be?
likely Falcon, who else could it be?
Yeah. I was. That victim was a friend of Marseille's.
More of a acquaintance, actually.
Well, we want to know if you managed to uncover anything. Did you find any leads? Any juicy clues? Not as such. It's quite a peculiar case. Did you hear that the murderer wore an eye patch? I did. You know what that implies, don't you, Falcon? You only know of one police officer, or indeed one person, who wears an eye patch.
Okay, he can't be the only person in all of France that wears an eye patch.
I mean, no, but... The inspector. But that can't be right. You wouldn't describe him as a murderous man, would you, Monsieur Lopez? Murderous? I don't know. He's certainly passionate about finding the Viridian killer. Who's to say that he wouldn't kill in the pursuit of his arch-enemy? Falcon, I want to solve this mystery as much as you do, but time is pressing and we have other matters to attend to. We must take our leave. Understood. Until next time, Monsieur Lopez. Goodbye, and good luck, Monsieur Falcon. It was a pleasure meeting you, Madame.
Monsieur Lopez? That lioness looked pretty angry. Is this revolution going to end in blood, Monsieur Lopez? Just like in 1830?
Don't know. Oh gosh, it's Saturday already. My gosh. Okay, so...
Yeah, we have 2 days left.
So... The garden or the royalists... Or, well... The Palais de Royal.
Let's go in the garden.
Let me think. So, it takes 10 minutes to walk from the Palace de la Concorde to this very spot. And the Palais Royal lies 5 minutes north of here. But the crowd will be fairly large and slow. It may take twice, maybe 3 times as long to make the move. Having a logistics problem, madame? Perhaps. The plan is to walk the crowd from here, through Aviary, to the Palais Royal. But if we take too long to pass through Aviary, the police will trap us in. We could be flanked and slaughtered. That is quite an issue. Why not just go around? I mean, it would take longer, but they wouldn't be able to pen them in.
Yeah, and you wouldn't be so visible.
Why not just go around to the alleys? There's a nice wide main road that leads straight to the palace front door. You can avoid the gardens entirely. Marching across the gardens makes for a better political statement. But I can't fault your reasoning. Going around would diminish our chances of being stopped and trapped. I'll pass the idea along to Pierre and see what he has to say. He's the one in charge of leading the crowds, after all.
Why do you make these decisions?
That bird-brain parrot would probably just shoot the idea down, right? Probably, but I appreciate your input. I don't know if you genuinely want to help, or if you're just telling me what I want to hear out of fear, but thank you, Falcon. It's no problem, madame. For the Second Republic, right? Right, for the Second Republic. Alright, okay, so maybe we do have time?
We have one more day.
Yeah, okay, one more time. Alright. The Palais Royal. Just look at that disgusting den of fat cat bourgeois and hypocritical politicians. The king is probably in there as we speak. Probably sitting in his high chair, stuffing his bloated face with cake and wine while he boasts about being the perfect citizen king. Did you come here just to moan about the king? No, I've come to assess the potential battleground. On the day of the rebellion, I might order Pierre to set up a barricade over there. What do you think? There? Right outside the Palais Royal? Of course. It's the perfect place for a defensive garrison. We can gather furniture from nearby buildings, build a wall, and position rifles to fend off the police. When the time is right, it will serve as the ideal location to launch our assault on the palace. So you weren't just throwing empty words in the tavern. You actually do intend on dragging the king out of the palace through violence. Of course, he will never abdicate on his own volition. It's not as if I want to see bloodshed, Falcon. It's necessary. It's inevitable. I mean, we have to be realistic. There is no way to bring change to a country without using violence, is there? It's idealistic, but I think that is the way of Falcon.
Yeah.
I think there are ways. People look back on the violent moments of history, the executions, the wars, the bloody revolutions. But who's to say that the country could not be overturned just through the chance of the people? A pacifist revolution? Interesting. I would love for such a thing to be possible. Maybe. Maybe it would be better to avoid building the barricades. At least until it's clear that violence is inevitable. That's good. That's a good compromise, madame.